And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Panama versus Martinique in the 2023-24 CONCACAF Nations League, League A, Group A, trying to qualify to face one of the big four for the Copa America qualifiers, Martinique, who had a pretty good run at the 2023 Gold Cup, facing Panama, the team who finished in the final, and were very close to beating Mexico, gave them a good game. So, should be a very interesting game. Panama contra Martinique. Panama contra Martinica en la Liga de Nations de la CONCACAF, Liga A, Grupo A. Big match, big game down at Estadio Universitario, playing in a 3.5K seat stadium. At least you're here watching. How we doing? Starting 11s are as follows for Panama. In goal, Luis Maija. The back four, Cesar Blackman, Fidel Escobar, Jose Cordoba, Eric Davis. The midfield four, Adalberto Carrasquilla, Andres Andrade, Anibal Godoy, Jose Fajardo. The front two, Eduardo Guerrero and Ishmael Diaz. Yep. Also did my NFL pick'em sheet, but there you go. Panama's anthem is playing now. Starting 11 for Martinique. Yanis Clementia. The back four, Boris Moltenis, Jeremy Cornus, Florent Pulolo, Lucas Larad, Cyril Manduki. The midfield, well, we're already on the midfield for Daniel Harel, Michael Biron, Enric Rupern. Front two, Brighton LeBeau and Carl Fabien for Martinique. Panama wearing their red, Martinique wearing their white. Of course, Trinidad played at 5 o'clock. Trinidad played Curacao at 5 o'clock, got a late winner there. So they're going to do better than I expected once again, Trinidad. Well, there you go. Curacao kept a draw for a while, but down in Trinidad, Trinidad did what they were supposed to do and got the win. So, first match of the day, South America. The lack of goals is already disappointing. I know goals aren't everything, but I expected better. Cool. Makes it easier for me. I called it Luis Diaz was going to the Rapids. I'm surprised he left the crew. France beat the hell out of Ireland. Starting 11 for Panama. Luis Maija, Cesar Blackman, Fidel Escobar, Jose Cordoba, Adalberto Carrasquilla, Ishmael Diaz, Eric Davis, Andres Andrade, Jose Fajardo, Eduardo Guerrero, and Anibal Godoy. But, yeah, Luis Diaz going to the Rapids, though, I mean, that is something. Both games are on Golazo, by the way. So if you have Pluto, you'll be good. That easy. Both games that we're covering tonight, it's on Golazo. So I like that. I do. I like that. Marco Ortiz is the referee. Marco Ortiz of Mexico is the referee tonight. They're going to win, though. So, no, I didn't bet on it. But they're going to win. I want to see the Lions pull it off, but they're not. Normally, when we get to this point of the year, I show my pick 'em every week. We're back. Martinique, Yanis Clementia, Boris Moltenis, Jeremy Cornus, Michael Biron, Mikel Biron, Brighton LeBeau, Enric Rupert, Cyril Manduki, Lucas Larad, Daniel Harrell, Carl Fabian, Florent Pulolo. So, Kansas City beating Detroit, Atlanta beating Carolina, Cincinnati beating Cleveland, Jacksonville beating Indianapolis, Minnesota beating Tampa Bay, Tennessee losing to New Orleans, San Francisco beating the Steelers, Arizona losing to Washington, Baltimore beating Houston, Green Bay beating Chicago, Denver beating Vegas, Philadelphia beating New England, Chargers beating the Dolphins, Seattle beating the Rams, Dallas beating the Giants, Buffalo beating the Jets. There you go. And we are off down in Panama. We are off. Cool. Cool. Nice. 17 seconds in. So, anybody wants to jump over there, go jump over there as well. 30 seconds in. Settle. That's why it's the main event. That's why it's getting the review, too. So, there you go. Poland 2-0 over the Faroe Islands. Huh. Well, there you go. Playing forward. Oh. Throw in for Panama. Yes. Looks good. Gets played forward or not. Tackle. Good tackle there. Martinique going forward, who played well. No. Mississippi State plays. Besides, do you really want me to do Uzbekistan? USA, Uzbekistan, or USA, Oman. Like, even then, the two games that Mexico and the U.S. are playing during that part of the window or that day, I think they both, if it was the Australia game, I would do it. I'd consider it. But let's see here. I think Mexico's playing a trash game too, isn't they? Yep, Uzbekistan the 9th. Australia on the 9th. Well, that's at 9. No, that may be too close. That may be too close. They're playing Australia on the 9th. My bad. Ay. Well, I'm actually going to miss that one. 6:30 to 9:30, probably. If I knew I'd still have to review, yeah. So, sadly, the Mexico game, no. USMNT, why would I? The Uzbek game, really? I don't think that anybody's going to miss that, to be honest. Or I should say, anybody's going to be sad that I said no to that. I will hope not, at least. Fourth minute. NFL's back. You doing any of Dak's games this year? In the regular season, probably not. Playoffs? Depends. I don't know if I'll go live for an NFL game until the playoffs. Like last year. We're a little bit less busy this second half of the year. As you can tell, we had a couple of good days off. going into this window. And September is a very lighter month. I wouldn't say July and August were chock full. I mean, hell, June was pretty chock full too, but we haven't really had a mid-month since May, at the very least. September is one of those. September, things are slowing down a bit. October, same. November is going to be crazy, I think. Probably the craziest month left is November. December, I mean, there's still some stuff, but December is December. Playing forward. Gets to Maha, that'll be a goal kick. December's probably... January's a pretty slow month. February starts kicking on, but not really. Yeah, January is the slowest month. Then probably February, then December. I'd say December's probably in that bottom third. How we doing, Angus? Colombia 1-0 Venezuela. Honestly, no, I'm not surprised. About to give Isaiah plaudits and round of applause. Going forward here, Panama. Ooh. Well, okay. Heard Miguel Araujo struggling from Peru. Oh, boy. I don't like hearing that. Playing forward. Nice play. Diaz plays on, but blocked away. Martinique playing some good defense. Because he told me before I wasn't on live those days. Besides, it's not my place. I don't think it's my place to tell you. Like, I'm happy for Isaiah, but it's not my place to tell you. It's his thing. Not mine. It's his choice. I feel like that's putting myself into a position of I'm telling something that somebody may not want be told. It's better to let somebody say it if it's their thing. That's just my opinion, though. Besides, I wasn't live when he told me what, Tuesday? Yeah, I wasn't live. Got a couple of days off, if you've noticed. Panama score. And I'm behind because you can't even fast forward Pluto. Boom. 8th minute. See how this goes. It's going to be a hat flick, isn't it? That's out for a throw. So we're way behind on Pluto. Cool. You didn't say the Starbucks part, but cool. Over the top. Nice. Diaz. Or not. Goal. Jose Fajardo scores. Gol de Panama. 1-0. Jose Fajardo. Those numbers aren't too easily readable without names. Seriously, CONCACAF? I think Nations League is big enough. You put names on the jerseys, please. And, well, qualifying, they didn't because Jamaica went no name on back during qualifying. Fajardo, onside, takes the shot, rolls it under the legs. There you go. Yep. I expected a draw down in Trinidad, to be honest. As you can tell from my predictions. Curacao, they blew it. Not too surprised, but sort of surprised. Well, there you go. Jose Fajardo. In the 62nd? You mean the 10th? Ha. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it could be worse. Can't wait for Europa qualifiers for 2026 World Cup because it would be streamed correctly. What do you think about the Canadian men's national team situation being broke? Same what I've thought the whole time. They're a bunch of crony capitalists. They're a bunch of cronies. They'd rather make money for themselves than make the team better. They'd rather Harrell gets a yellow card. They would rather enrich themselves. And look where it's getting them. Oh, and grow the league. Grow the Canadian Premier League. That's the argument, right? Is grow the Canadian Premier League. Yeah, it hasn't really helped. 11th minute. Hasn't really helped, just so you know. That's past the post. Cool. I think Jamaica tomorrow. Yeah. Jamaica's tomorrow, yeah. Jamaica, Honduras tomorrow, yes. Then State on Saturday. Something on Sunday. I think we're doing a double on. We doing a double on Sunday? No, it's just one. Yep. The double's on Tuesday. El Salvador on Sunday. There's a double on Tuesday. Ball crossed in. There you go. Cleared. I learned how to play chess now. I don't really know how to play chess. I probably should learn, but I don't know. Thirteenth minute, 1-0, 1-0. Yep. How we doing? Welcome back. Dummy, yeah. That is a good deal. I agree. It took you a day. Yeah, I don't believe that. I learned how to play years ago. I still suck. Thirteenth minute. Officially sat down and put on my cap for the national anthem. Sat down and put on my cap for the national anthem. Lol. Let's see. MLS lines. What do we got? They don't play till Saturday, I think. Oh, yeah, Saturday's 2 days from now. There we go. 4 games. DC, San Jose. I say San Jose money line. Miami versus KC. I don't care if Messi's not there. Kansas City loses to Miami. The Miami money line. Minnesota, New England. I'm going with Minnesota. Portland, LAFC. I'm going to go with Portland. Portland money line. LAFC are a bunch of chokers. MLS on Sunday, I think. Yeah, we got LA versus St. Louis. St. Louis money line. Are there any Friday games? 15th minute. No. But yeah, Jamaica, Honduras at 8 o'clock. Yep, that's the one. There we go. There we go. 15th minute. They'll make the final. I still think the U.S. is going to win. You didn't see the predictions, did you? 1-0, 1-0 Panama. Playing forward. But, you know, Kansas City versus Lions. I got Kansas City winning. Sixteenth minute. Huh, well, that's interesting. Seventeenth minute. Panama has won. Good start. Martinique does not look like their Gold Cup selves. No Patrick Bernay. I think I know why now. Well, 3 off days and people lose their minds. 3 off days and people lose their minds. I'm glad, but I'm safe. I'm here. There was just nothing for 3 days. That's all. Man, people are going to get worried around Christmas time, ain't they? People are going to get worried around Christmas time, ain't they? Jeez. From like Boxing Day to like January. Well, no, actually. 23rd, 24th. I'll be back on the 25th for the best of watch-alongs. Okay, maybe they won't get worried. Yep, Hurricane Lee is going to be running up the East Coast, and it looks like it's going to be a strong one. So, honestly, yes. Yes, it was. Interesting. 18th minute. I think, no. Louisville's already up 14-0, so I guess it's time to watch NFL kickoff. Louisville's playing on a Thursday? They got the Thursday game. Huh, interesting. Lions punting now. Well, there you go. Louisville against Murray State. NFL's garbage. I like college more. And without Tom Brady, I'm not sure if I'm going to really enjoy the NFL this year, but I'm still going to watch at times. Hell, I don't even have NFL Sunday ticket this year. I have what I have. Oh, I can't even watch games on Fox. I realize that now. Well, I'm sure there's streams. I could do whatever I normally do. Stream, whatever. I've heard between Cat 4, Cat 5, but if it reaches the coast of New England, it'll probably be less severe. It's going to peak at a 5 very, very soon, like over the next day, yes. And it could be the strongest Atlantic storm ever by the time it peaks, fully peaks. But by the time it gets to the northeast, it should be weaker. You know, colder waters and all that. Probably a 2 at worst. I would hope. I mean, for me at least, the fact that Brady made the Super Bowl 3 times during that run was pretty enjoyable. It's funny how, I mean, yeah, it wasn't enjoyable overall, but at least the ending was for me. I definitely didn't watch more than Patriots or Saints games in 16, 17 to 19, 20. I'll admit that. Except for that Chiefs-Rams game. I just happened to watch it. But it was a good game. For some reason, I just happened to watch that Chiefs-Rams game. Don't know why. I just did. Good game. Other than that, though, 2020 was probably, yeah, I would say I'd agree with that, though. 2020 and more recently was different, but that was more of a, yeah, it was awesome. It was enjoyable, but there's also a, yeah, better enjoy it for all it's worth when Brady and some other guys are still around. There you go. Paraguay and Peru finish up 0-0. Yeah, I agree with that. I heard you say Kansas City win, but are you sure? Because Travis Kelce is out week 1. They don't need. Here's the thing, okay? Travis Kelce's a good tight end. He is. Kansas City still has Patrick Mahomes. They still have McKinnon. They still have multiple players. I'm not worried. And besides, Detroit's a good team. The Detroit Lions are a good team, a good coach team, but they are no Chiefs. Unless Kansas City has a horrible week 1 game, Kansas City's winning. They gave them the best matchup they could. Yeah, I agree with that. So Quinones did pass the naturalization test. Okay. St. Kitts and Nevis take a red card. They're a man down against Guadalupe. Louisville just got picked. Guadalupe was leading anyway, though, because they already had 3 points on FOTMob when I looked at the table like before this game started. So, yeah, St. Kitts and Nevis are in trouble. I still had Guadalupe winning that group, though. Is Julian Alvarez on the bench? I'm not watching the Argentina game. Chiefs are fine. So, what are your Coleman Bowl predictions for 2026? I need to see some games first. Argentina finishes first. Brazil second. Ecuador third. Uruguay. No, Peru 4th. Uruguay 5th. Colombia 6th. 7th. I said Uruguay in the top 6, yeah. 7th. Ooh, I don't. Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador. Uruguay, Colombia. So we got Venezuela, Bolivia, Chile. I think Chile in 7th, Venezuela in 8th, Bolivia 9th, and whoever 10th. Exactly. Ballon d'Or winner is Lionel Messi. Messi's winning the Ballon d'Or this year. Simple as. All I know about St. Kitts and Nevis is Alexander Hamilton was born there. Oh, yeah, he was. 26th minute, 1-0, 1-0. True, he was. Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah, give me Messi. Panama playing forward. They should have more than one, but they don't, which is honestly sad. Panama should have more than one goal, but they don't. Listen to Tactical Manager's video on top 10 national teams in North America. USA, Mexico, Canada, top 3, right? Now, if he added South America, that could be different, which that makes it an interesting video. I think he did a video where they added, Guadalupe score against St. Kitts 2-1. Ooh. StreamYard has comments up here, and I just can click them. Boom. Poor Holland, he's not going to win Ballon d'Or. Maybe next year. Probably next year. I don't see Mbappe having that good of a season. Or at least winning the Champions League or the Euros. Cross in. You could say, though, Messi wins every trophy possible with Miami, scores a goal per game, and then wins the Copa America. Do you give it to him? He's got to be in the discussion. He wins Leagues Cup. He wins Open Cup. He wins MLS Cup. He wins Champions Cup. He wins Copa America. The only thing he didn't win was the Supporters' Shield. He added South America. Yeah, there we go. That makes it more interesting. Because everything else besides US, Mexico, Canada, if it was just CONCACAF, is big gap. Boom. France beat Ireland today by Mbappe's 2 goals. Well, there you go. Argentina's struggling. Doesn't matter. They'll still finish top 6. It'll still be good by Copa America. So that's why I said if Messi wins everything on offer that he can win, from Leagues Cup to Champions Cup, and then plays and wins Copa America, could he get another Ballon d'Or? 29th minute. It's possible. Plus the one If he actually earns one with Miami, that would be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, it would be crazy if he would actually earn it with Miami. Like, earn it. Lions are moving the ball now versus Kansas City. Well, there you go. Current Miami or 2017 TFC? Who's better? Ooh. Do I go? I still think 2017 TFC. This could change. If Miami wins the treble this year, Leagues Cup, Open Cup, MLS Cup, and then, of course, and they win Champions Cup, I think that changes. But talent-wise, or at least the way the team played, Toronto was a better team in 2017. Current Miami is really just Messi doing what he's got to do, putting good passes at the feet of Robert Taylor, Joseph Martinez. Busquets is playing well. Jordi Alba is playing well. And Drake Callender is playing out of his mind. It's not a team. That changed a long time ago. Exactly. I'll agree with that. See, here's the thing with that. It's pretty much a unsaid thing because there's not any really good enough players to even be the top 30 in the world out of Europe that aren't playing in Europe. But Lionel Messi might change that. Besides, didn't Ballon d'Or. I'm going to look this up. Hold on. $1995, the Ballon d'Or was expanded to include all players from any origin that have been active at European clubs. In 2007, coaches and captains of national teams were given the right to vote. The award became a global prize in 2007, with all professional footballers from around the world being eligible. So Messi could win in Miami because of the rule change in 2007. And so he can win in Miami. But actually, for what he did in Miami, if that was to happen. Speaking of which, Ryan, I just seen that your team Canada just beat Luka Doncic from Dallas and Slovenia, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is too damn good. I'm shocked. Canada's in the semifinals of the FIBA World Cup. Yes. I honestly, I didn't expect that. I was like, you know what? They could beat Slovenia. I didn't think it would be a freaking, they dominated. To be honest. Canada dominated Slovenia, which I'm happy with it. Don't get me wrong, but they dominated. They straight up dominated. It was crazy. Crazy. Canada is 2 wins away from being the world champions in basketball. Oh, by the way, they've already qualified for the Summer Olympics. So, Canada got Serbia. And I've heard Serbia isn't honestly that good this year, so. Or they're beatable too, so. We'll see, though. Thierry Henry beat Denmark 4-1 with the U21s of France. Trinidad and Tobago Open Nations League campaign, 1-0 win over Curacao. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Oh, did you hear what happened to Jorquarius Spivey? Same thing. Yeah, the NCAA needs to be shot into the sun. It's like, oh, back in July, it's like Jaquarius Spivey. Oh, you're eligible as a grad transfer at Mississippi State. A week before the season, nope, you're not eligible. Nope. Nope. I don't even know what the problem is. I agree with that. Joe Burrow has been extended 5 years, $275 million. Oh, that's honestly 5 years, 275. What's the math on that? I guess I have to do the math on that. Hold on. $55 million per year. Yeah, that's a good deal for him. NCAA can kiss my ass. They hate to see UNC rolling. It's going to be weird to see Messi in Central America if Miami gets a team from that region. Do you think we'll see Messi playing in Central American Stadium? Well, they're playing in the round of 16, so with the Central American teams, they're probably not getting drawn against the Central American champions. I guess the 5 first-round buys get their own tie. It's going to be hard to see. Like, who says Independiente is going to beat a Mexican team or beat a Canadian Premier League team? It's more likely we see Messi in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada than we do Central America. But that's just me. Braga win tomorrow or what? I think Braga will win, yes. I see Colorado and UNC ranked. It's a happy day for me to see both my teams ranked. And Mississippi State's still out of the top 25. But they got votes. They got votes, baby. Oh, by the way, they got votes. They're what? 3 teams away from being top 30? They beat Arizona, they'll start jumping a bit. I mean, yeah, they played an FCS school, so you know what? Fair enough. But they weren't even in the 25 to begin with. But I don't even believe in the AP. The JP pull, late kick with Josh Pate as I'm 22nd. I think that's more correct. At least right now. Header, cleared. I think that's way more correct. 22, I still think that's low, but that's a lot closer. Cross in, header, saved. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown for Detroit. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. 37th minute. Maybe you're right. Playing forward, 38th minute. But yeah, that does sound like a pretty tough game. Touchdown for the Lions. We already read that. 38th minute, 1-0. 1-0. Panama. Martin de Roon scored for the Netherlands against Greece. Interesting. Oh, look. Que mira bobo. Wout Weghorst. Que mira bobo. Que mira bobo. Anda pra chá bobo. Free kick for Martinique. Panama's dominating, to be honest. Panama has control of this game, straight up. Panama's got control of this one. Yeah, Guatemala is going to be the way better game. Yep. '38th or 40th minute. Getting to the 40th minute, I should say. Saved. Ooh. What do you think of the Belize national team and the Nations League group we're in? Belize is a good team. I think Belize is a good team, but I don't think they'll get out of their group. I don't think they're the best team in that group. They could get results, but Bermuda, French Guiana, St. Vincent, and Belize. I think Belize will finish second. I think Bermuda or Belize could finish second. I still think French Guiana is coming out of that group first. I think St. Vincent will be the ones going down. Belize should stay safe at the very least. But I still think French Guiana is probably the best team in that group. It's a weaker group. It could be done. It's not like there's an obvious favorite. If there was an obvious favorite, I would be scared if I were you. If I were you, I'd be scared if there was an obvious favorite. But there's not. So, Højbjerg scored for Denmark. Maley. Vind. Not sure. Yusuf Poulsen. Martinique puts it. Here's a chance. Here's a chance. Side netting. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Cornelius puts it to the side netting. Like he had a chance. He had the near post. Oh, man. 43rd minute. Cornelius. I don't even want to do a hat flick for that. Jesus, man. That's just heartbreaking. That's just heartbreaking. I swear. Oh, man. That's just heartbreaking. Oh, the internet's back for you. Nice. Slovenia beat Northern Ireland in the UEFA Euro qualifiers. There you go. Here's a chance shot. Save. Save by Maha. Playing forward. Nice. That'll be cleared. No. Well, that would be cleared, but it's out for a throw for Panama. Touchdown Louisville, about to be 28-0. There we go. Same with me. I think we can pull off a draw against French Guiana and win the games against the other opponents. Yeah, that's pretty much what you can do. What's going to get you there. So there's no obvious favorite. That's the good thing for you. The bad thing is it's a pretty even group. You're good enough that you'll stay up. French Guiana is probably the favorite, but it's not obvious. You can win. It could go completely south, and you could get relegated. I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying I'm not saying that's out of the realm of possibility. You'll stay up, I think. I think second for Belize, but I could see them pulling some off. I could see them. I wouldn't be shocked. Here's a chance. Panama cleared. What about Dominican Republic? I think I said Dominican Republic's going up. I had them getting out of the group and going to League A. I think they're going to shock some people. I think Dominican Republic is going to go up to League A out of League B. I think Dominican Republic is going to start bringing up their younger players, who are some very good young players. They got some very good young players that already have started to bring them up. I think this is the time Dominican Republic start making a bigger name for themselves on the senior level. 1 minute of stoppage time, I think. 45th minute, 1-0 1-0. 1 minute of stoppage time. I think Dominican Republic's going to get up to League A. I do. Pat McAfee went corporate, aired on ESPN today. And he's basically announced that for months. Besides, he's been on College Game Day since last season. He went on First Take. He will be on First Take with Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. He doesn't seem like he's gone corporate. He's trying to be himself without going completely corporate. So you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Cross in. Besides, he went to WWE before he went to ESPN, and you didn't say he went corporate then. So you know what? There you go. Full halftime. Miro tiempo. 1-0 Panama. 1-0 Panama. They're doing just enough. They're doing just enough. Fajardo in the ninth puts Panama up 1-0. Panama, 1-0. Another 45 minutes to go down in Panama. Panama starting off well in this Nations League. Tried to find Messi's match, 5 of the 6 sites say videos taken down, request by owner, video not found. That sucks. St. Kitts and Nevis 1, Guadeloupe 2. Yeah, Guadeloupe got it done, didn't they? Chiefs first down. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. We'll be back for the next 45. Sit tight. I'll be back. 1-0, 1-0 Panama. Back for the stats at the half. 2-2 in League C. USVI 2-2 against the Cayman Islands, 2-2. There you go. Argentina 0-0 Ecuador at the half. Colombia 1-0 Venezuela. There you go. Stats are as follows at the half. 1 yellow card to 2, 0 red cards to 0. 1 shot to 3. 1 shot on goal for both sides. 1 assist to 0. 10 steals to 3. 3 fouls to 5. 57% possession to 43% possession. Damn. 0 offside to 1. 1 corner kick to 3. 152 correct passes to 88, 86. 86, 88 looks similar. 14 incorrect passes to 33. 166 passes to 121. 92% pass accuracy to 73. Again, we said the cards. Panama leading 1-0. 1-0 at the half. Panama's dominating this game. Panama's dominating this game. They're the better side. They're the better group, better team. They're doing exactly what they have to do. 7-7 Kansas City. They're doing exactly what they have to do. Panama's the better team. They've had 1 shot on goal, but it doesn't matter. They've dominated defensively. They've looked like the better side, looked like the better team. Just a pretty simple situation. Haiti, Cuba on Golasso, Jamaica, Honduras on Golasso. Well, hell, I don't even have to use Paramount Plus so far. Damn. All right. Speaking of, let's see what the game looks like on Peacock for the Chiefs. U.S. Virgin Islands 2-2, Cayman Islands full time. There you go. I mean, the Cayman Islands, I thought they would finish second in their group, but be the second place team, or the best second place team. So there you go. Yeah. Aruba's in the same, yeah. Mariners beat the Rays 1-0. Well, I'm not surprised. Thoughts of St. Lucia beating Saint Martin with 5 goals. I'm not surprised. I thought Saint Martin was probably one of the weaker sides in League B. Here we are. 5 goals against. Could have told you. I could have told you. Simple as. I could have told you. Hmm. That's interesting. Guess the NFL game crashed again. How we doing, Orlando? Back to Pluto. For some reason, the France and Netherlands split an island. I mean, hey, if that's what they want to do. How we doing? Yeah, I mean, I don't have any idea why they split an island, so your guess is as good as mine. Let's go. Nice. September 19th is when the UEFA Champions League starts. I'll be on Golasso too. What would be your reaction if Messi went to Toronto? I'd have to pinch myself because I wouldn't believe it. I mean, theoretically, it could be traded, but it would never happen. I would have to pinch myself because I wouldn't even believe it. I agree with that. Yep. Denmark and Canada split an island a bit over a year ago. Hans Island, close to both Canada and Greenland. Ain't that some? Belief just has to hope Guatemala doesn't take half the country international court. I don't think that'll happen unless the more it's a long running dispute. Oh, well, there you go. That's what I was about to say. Maybe a dispute that I had no idea about. That's a long running one, but there we go. Yeah. But they also could be worried, in my book. It also could be a worry that Bukele is going to get his way and make a full on just Central American country. Like one Central American country. Who's going to win Grenada versus Suriname? Grenada versus Suriname. Suriname. I believe Suriname wins that game. Would not be the first time. True. Did Trinidad surprise you? Yep. I thought they would draw. Especially at home. They got the one goal they needed. Again, they surprised me. I don't know if you were the same person who, after they beat St. Kitts, said you shouldn't have slept on Trinidad. But if you are, I remember getting that comment from somebody. I don't think it's needed this time. I was like, yeah, I mean, all these other clubs are at least on their level, if not better than them in Group A. Turns out, maybe not. Turns out Curacao might still be a joke. As in, the team who lost on penalties in the prelims. Reaction to Mexico versus Australia on Saturday. No. Sadly enough, no. If Mississippi State ends quickly, I still got to review that game. Mexico-Australia happens at 9. So, way too tight of a window to even just do a live for it. So, I hate that I can't. But, are they making a goalkeeper sub? They're making a goalkeeper sub at the half. You got to be kidding me. I ain't never seen something like this before. And I remember when Jose said he bet 20 or 50, he bet $50 that Monterey will beat Nashville. No, it was Monterey wins the whole tournament. He meant Monterey would go all the way. And it was $50. And turns out he was trolling. So here we are. Hola, Ryan. Argentina, or that's got to be the game being played today. We're off in the second half. Where the hell is it? Argentina, Ecuador. For me, Argentina. Argentina's still going to do enough. Currently at halftime. Panama score. Already? Ma che cazzo! Already? 46th minute. Again, why would you watch Panama versus Martinique when you can watch Argentina, Ecuador? Because I'm a sicko. That's why. CONCACAF Nations League is a big tournament, you know. It has more recent ramifications than a World Cup qualifier, where Argentina is still going to finish top 3 in CONMEBOL, even if they lost. Cross in. Chance, header in, goal! Tapped in, goal! De Panama! Ismael Diaz scores 2-0. Rounds the CONCACAF stand. Yeah, there you go. But think about it like this, all right? It makes sense. Ismael Diaz scores the goal. 2-0, 2-0. 46th minute. There it is. Think of it like this, though, all right? This Nations League has more recent ramifications than a 26 World Cup qualifier, where Argentina is still going to finish top 3 in CONMEBOL, even if they lost tonight. They're not even going to be in trouble of going to the playoff. Okay? So what's the point? Argentina is still going to do enough to get automatically to the World Cup. Facts. So what's the point? What's the point? 47th minute, Diaz scores. This matters more because guess what? The winner of this could end up going to the quarterfinals of the Nations League to play for Copa America. To me, that seems more meaningful right now because Copa America is in less than a year from now. They get to that quarterfinal in November, 2 months from now, to qualify. The losers play in January in a repechaje to get those last 2 spots. So, this is more competitive, to be honest, and more room for error, so to speak, than Argentina. They have a lot of room to screw up a couple of times. Panama doesn't. Martinique doesn't either. Argentina versus Brazil, at least. I mean, yeah, that game, that's different. That's different. That could decide who wins the group. I agree. Now, that's a game where if I'm open and it's a better game than what may be on that night, I can, of course, redirect course. I would do it because that could decide who wins the group. That's different. Not that it really matters who wins a World Cup qualifiers group. Ask Canada. But there's a little bit of bragging rights there until you fall flat on your face. I know, right? But, hey, at least if you win the group. Ecuador is, I said they'd finish third. I think Ecuador is going to finish third in CONMEBOL. I do. Oh, besides, well, he did say it would be on Telemundo. I think Captain Falcon said it would be on Telemundo, so I could have watched it on Peacock, but I didn't. Bullshit. That's bullshit. What? That's bullshit. I don't hate Liga MX. There was that time where I was rooting for Liga MX to beat every MLS team under the sun in CONCACAF Champions League. Partly because of jealousy. But still, I hate Liga MX. Bullshit. I'll call them out on their bullshit. I've done that before. I haven't not called them out on their bullshit or the federation. I mean, you have to admit, for a gringo, I could call out anything that Mexico's doing. You got to admit. For a gringo, I know what's going on down there. I'm just saying. You got to admit that. So, federation-wise and all that. So, I don't hate Liga MX. What? Anything CONCACAF I love, and I'll know. So, it is what it is. There you go. I'm not an MLS hater. I just don't like the conference, the format of MLS, the conferences, and all that. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it sucks, but it's different. Like, the thing that gets me is Mexico is like, oh, we'll play a European style, but a apertura clausura. Behind the net, that'll be a goal corner kick. But MLS is like, we're going to play from February to December. Mostly. Depending on the situation. Maybe we could stretch it to November, but, whatever. Or push it back to November if need be. They tried to do it in 2019 and tried to make that a thing. It went away because COVID happened. So the final in 2020 was in mid-December. The final in 2021 was in mid-December because they started in April because of the CBA. Let's not forget the force majeure clown show. Anybody remember that? Last year was in November because of the World Cup. They had to do it that way. Oh, Martinique spun like a top. Almost had a chance there. No. No, the only reason I was rooting for Liga MX teams in Champions League was because I wanted Toronto to be the first MLS team to win. The Champions League. So, of course, you know, I got jealous and I was being salty. Then Seattle won. It doesn't matter anymore. But I guess now it's the Champions Cup, I could start doing that again. Who cares? Miami's winning next year anyway. What's the point? As long as Montreal doesn't win it, I'm good. Or as long as somebody doesn't win it twice, I'm good. What's the one league you'll never do a watch along for? Chinese Super League? Probably. I probably wouldn't do the Chinese Super League. I would do the J League, Japanese League. I could do the Korean League if there was somebody like, oh, there's a former CONCACAF player that I'm past the post. That's sort of interesting. Almost 3, but like never do a watch along for the Chinese Super League at this point. Like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, it would have been a good thing to do. Now it's no. Maybe I would do the Saudi. I think I would do at least one. I already did the Saudi All-Star against PSG thing. So it's possible that there could be a Saudi team that I touch on live if it's the Asian Champions League or whatever, which I could do that as well. Or, of course, Al Ittihad. I will be doing that in December. I will be doing Al Ittihad versus Auckland City in December. I will be doing the Club World Cup I've chosen. We will finish the year with a Club World Cup. We will finish the year with a Club World Cup. We will do that. So I will be here for Al Ittihad versus Auckland City and all those other games as well. Anibal Godoy coming on, or coming off, I should say. Club Leon is going to play the winner of that Auckland Al Ittihad game as well. Al Ali is playing Urawa Red Diamonds, which is the Japanese team. So there you go. Fair enough. Lopez for Godoy. Navarro for Guerrero. Yeah, I like the J League. Probably, yeah. Yeah, definitely. At this point, you're right. Nice. Interesting. Timbers are going to fight till the very end. But they had a season through COVID. So they knew how to do it. They had the agreement there. So is it an act of God if they already had to do a new-ish CBA before MLS is back to agree to that? They did a season through COVID. Then it's like the owners are like, you know what? Force majeure. It was a charade because they already had known how to get through a season with COVID. It was a charade because they were trying to pocket more money and screw over the Players Association by saying, oh, you know what? Act of God, COVID, force majeure. Even though they already had ran a season through COVID. Probably harder than 2021 would have been. So you're going to come to me and say, that was right. No, it wasn't. Like, by the law, technically act of God. Yes. You can't. You technically were cut. They had their asses covered. But was it right to do it? No. No, it wasn't. And I think the players still got bent over, didn't they? If I remember correctly. I don't think Leon has what it takes to beat the Japanese team. They're good. Wait to say, oh, Al Ali. My bad. It was the other way around. Yeah. Speaking of, My bad. It was the other way around. My bad. It was the other way around. Hold on. You got me confused. Oh, my bad. It was the other way around. It was Leon versus Ottawa. My bad. Leon plays Ottawa to play Man City. The winner plays Man City. Al Ali plays Al Ittihad or Auckland City. The winner plays the Libertadores winner of the third match, or the second match. They'll play the Libertadores winner. And then, of course, the winner in the semifinals play the final. The third place, the semifinal losers play third place. But I said it before. I said it while I was on somebody's stream for the draw because the FIFA stream was crap until they actually started drawing the tournament. I said it. I wanted to see Pep Guardiola versus Larkamon. That would be a great tactical battle. I said I wanted to see Larkamon versus Pep. I thought that would be a great tactical battle. I still stick with it, to be honest. I think Larkamon tactically is a better manager. I think Larkamon tactically should be able to beat Urawa. Now, never gets old. I agree. So, I mean, technically, I win either way in that situation. I want to see Urawa have a good performance. I want to see Leon have a good performance. But for me, I think Larkamon is the better tactical manager. I think Larkamon has the tactics to set Leon up for success. And honestly, what team was Juan Mata play for? He's out there for Japan. Vissel Kobe. The one that Iniesta played for. Vissel Kobe. I just saw that earlier today, which is weird, to be honest. Vissel Kobe. Because it was like some post of like former, I don't know if it was former Premier League front lines or former Champions League front lines, but there was a Man United one, and it had Juan Mata there. Or was it Chelsea? It may have been Chelsea, actually. Probably Chelsea, actually. But, because he actually played front line at Chelsea, yeah. And it had him at Vissel Kobe now, so I was like, oh, well, there you go. It's funny because I just found that out today. I thought he retired until today. So there you go. Panama playing forward. Daniel with a 199 super chat. Thoughts on Damari Gray coming to the Jamaica men's team? Good player. I thought he's a great player, wonderful footballer. I hate that he's going to Saudi. I don't think that was a smart decision. I don't think it really matters for a team like Jamaica. Maybe it helps his quality. Maybe it helps them have more game time and more things to perfect. Maybe it's more of a blessing in disguise. But, yeah, he already played for Jamaica at the Gold Cup. Unless I don't think there was another Gray either. So. Are you asking about? But again, I hate that he went to Saudi. I don't think it's good for him. Damari Gray, yeah. Braga win tomorrow, yes. But yeah, Damari Gray, good player. He's got talent. Sadly enough, though, he was talking about Tavon Gray. Oh, hell. Oh, yeah, that was my bad. Oh, yeah, Tavon. My bad. I get confused. Tavon Gray. I was like, oh, yeah, he got called up. I was like, yeah. For me, that was my bad. My bad. When I think Jamaican, I think Damari. I was like, yeah, I know he's new, but he already played. Tavon Gray. I mean, they already have outside backs. I think with Tavon, he's a good player. He was a lot better in 2021. I think I don't want to say he's peaked because that would be wrong, I think. But he's definitely had a better moment than he is in now. He was better before. I think he's not his 2021 self. He could get back there. But for me, I think he's a good player. I think he could do well with the Reggae Boys. For me, I think he's in a very contentious position. He's not the out and out starter. He could end up being the starter. But will he, though? Like, that's the question, is like, will he become the starter instead of is he the starter? He's not the locked in starter, but I guess right now is a good time to change it or test it. He can end up the starter. I would back him to say that he could end up the starter without, of course, Kamar Lawrence being there, or he's better than Topi, to be honest. So could be interesting to see what Tavon does. I think it's a good thing he got a call up. I hope he gets back to his older 2021 self. If he gets back there, he plays like that, he definitely could be the starter. Goals coming soon for Argentina. I can feel it. Panama at 2-0. Dos Cero, 66th minute. But again, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. San Jose, Costa Rica, 1. AD. Alvarez praised for his defensive play at West Ham. Philip Koku, Dutch icon, once called him pretty much useless. Alvarez useless? What delusional? That is delusional, my friend. Edson Alvarez, returns off for Billon. Marnie on for Fabienne. Calling Edson Alvarez useless is some football picante shit. That is exactly what that is. I think he's a good player. 14-7 Kansas City. Cool. 66th minute. It's dumb. Hercules would roast that guy. I agree. Hercules would roast that guy. I agree. I would too. Sure not on Football Picante? Like, if it was me, I'd be like, you sure you're not on Football Picante? That would fit right in. Useless. Come on now. Useless? Oh, no. I'd be like, Sebi Salazar even thinks you're being an idiot. If he thinks you're an idiot, you're off the rails, my friend. If Sebi thinks you're an idiot, you sure are an idiot. Takes one to know one. Takes one to know one. 68th minute. 68th minute. Oh, yeah, Football Americas is tonight, right? I might as well watch it at some point. Takes one to know one. I don't know. Does that go on the best of reel, or you think that's on the line? I don't know. Sebi Salazar thinks you're an idiot. That just tells you you're an idiot. Takes one to know one. If Seb thinks you're an idiot, you're at the level of mental insane asylum. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He probably, like, if somebody was like, really? Takes one to know one. Dummy. Yeah. I think Tavon Gray coming to Jamaica is great for his career. His position's even set at NYCFC. Cushing's coaching styles make his play decrease. Fair. That's best of reel worthy. That best of reel legitimately is going to end up being an hour and a half, at least for the live streams. Like, I'm on one this year. Like, at least an hour and a half. Cross in. If there wasn't something funny, there was a good call. So there you go. I wouldn't be surprised if the best of reel for streams comes in an hour and a half. Definitely over an hour. I would put money on that. Oh, hour and a half, though? Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised. 70th minute. Let's remember, we still got 3.5 full months of streams to have on the pick. And then, of course, you got the RSRs, the best of RSRs, which will be a little bit shorter because there's even not as much time for content. So, I mean, of course, it'll be shorter, but 71st minute. But we'll see. I need to start watching some of the older stuff this year, shouldn't I? I think we need to start rolling that. Watching the older stuff. Seems about time, I think. If not October. I think right now. Because what? They both need to be in. Tavon Gray's entering a competitive environment where his position isn't guaranteed, but as a fellow Bronx native like Tavon, that Bronx grit, Jamaican values will keep him grounded. He will improve. Agreed. I mean, if they hit me up, yeah. 72nd minute. Ortiz Hanley. '72nd minute. Panama's dominating. They got this one in the bag, I think. They got this one in the bag. I don't see why they wouldn't. Blocked away. I think they got this one. Panama's got it. Playing forward. They score another. I think this one's totally over. Alba and Preach did fresh wrong with their Tiege Hanley ad. Not really. Not really, no. No. I thought that was hilarious. LAFC money line. No, Portland money line. I feel like LAFC is going to choke to Portland. Funny feeling. Funny feeling. I think Portland's going to beat LAFC this weekend. I just do. It's a funny feeling, but I just do. Substitution for Panama. Fajardo off. LAFC is just, besides those 2 Leagues Cup games since Champions League ended, they have not looked like themselves. Steve Cherundolo has looked like a deer in headlights. So, Portland's playing well right now. I think they'll do it. Waterman on for Fajardo. They mad they're going to win. Yeah, but they were mad after Leon. They didn't win. They were mad after Monterrey. What was the next big game they had? Miami. They didn't win. The big games since Leon against good teams, they have not won. I think they drew Atlanta after Leon, didn't they? They still didn't win. Yep, a 0-0 draw after Leon. They drew. They drew. They didn't win. What about Campeones Cup? At this point, T-Reds don't look that good either. LAFC, if they can't win that, they've just absolutely sold themselves this year. Even if they win MLS Cup, which at this point, I don't think so. I think they're going to get upset in the playoffs. I think they're going to get upset in the playoffs. If a third seeded team can get upset, I think they're getting upset. But that's just me. The Monterrey game, okay, they beat the hell out of Colorado, but then they lost to Charlotte, they lost to Miami, they lost 3 out of 4. Colorado sucks, okay, so let's not even act like that was a shock. They play Portland, Galaxy, St. Louis in their next 3. Guatemala money line, I agree. So LAFC play Portland, Galaxy, and St. Louis in their next 3. They play Philadelphia in their next 4. They're going to lose 3 out of 4. Yep. Agreed. So, let's put it like this. The next 4 games that LAFC play, they're going to lose 3 out of 4. Maybe lose 2 if they draw Portland. They'll beat the Galaxy. There you go. St. Louis, they're going to lose to St. Louis. They're going to lose to Philly. They're going to Philly. Harrell is off and Carinas is off for Martinique. I think they're losing to Portland. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 losses in 8. Hey, you could do that if you want, but I'm telling you. That may not be the smartest decision right now. LAFC versus Real Salt Lake. That could be a tough one. LAFC Minnesota. LAFC should win that. LAFC versus Austin. LAFC should win that. LAFC should beat Vancouver. I hate it for Robin Fraser. I think he's a good manager. He's a well-respected coach. Robin Fraser did what he had to do. He got them to finish first one year. I think them falling off isn't his fault. I think it's more of Kroenke's fault that they didn't kick on after 2022. Because if you remember, they finished off their season in 22 pretty good, on a good clip. They could have kicked on. They didn't. So I do feel sorry for Robin Fraser. I think it's not his fault he got fired. But he got fired. I agree with that. And he'll win more because they spend more money. I hope for Robin Fraser. You know, I support him. I want him to do good. He was the assistant at TFC. I support him. I want him to do good. So I hope New York, maybe. Red Bulls or, well, that's our division. That's our conference. But you know what? There you go. Fraser's a good manager with some flaws, but not a bad coach. The Kroenkes screwed up, so did the front office. Fraser would have had more success with more investment. The fact he made Colorado competitive from 19 to 22 is amazing. I agree. But I would think Fraser should be the guy to replace a guy like Cushing. And I could see it happening, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if freaking New York called up Javier Perez to be the main manager of their team, too. I could totally see New York City FC going with a former Toronto coach if they fired Cushing. Whether that's Fraser or Perez, I don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked to see that happen. I mean, Perez used to be the assistant there. Fraser is Fraser. I mean, there you go. Yeah, because they care about Arsenal. See, saved by Martinique. Kroenke cares about Arsenal, the Rams, the Nuggets. He doesn't. Who else do they have? The Avs. The Avs. I think that's them. He cares about them. He doesn't care about the Rapids. And to be honest, the Rams, they went all in to win the Super Bowl. They're falling apart. The Nuggets, they won an NBA championship. Let's see if they could go back to back. The Avalanche, they're still pretty good. The Avs are still pretty good. So, with that being said, does Kroenke even really care? Is the question. I say no. I say no. 80th minute, that'll be cleared. But at least about the Rapids. I agree with that. But you know what? We don't like Stan Kroenke in this house. For obvious reasons. We don't like Stan Kroenke in this house for obvious reasons. A certain move of a certain greatest show on turf. Messi scored. As he normally does. Lopez gets a yellow. Nice. I still need to get a Jamaican jersey. Messi is inevitable. Martinique scored, but it's offside. Plays forward. Let's see how this looks. Fouled. 81st minute. The Avs will be back. Argentina are the king of free kicks. Messi scored a free kick. Of course he did. Of course he did. I'm not surprised. 81st minute. Because money. Because Stan Kroenke's a ghoul who cares about money. Have we not established this? Have we not established this? He is a ghoul who only cares about money, and if his teams win, so be it. Yeah, I believe that. Nice. Messi's inevitable. 1-0 Argentina. Yo, how we doing, Adam? I think Caicedo and the coach of Ecuador is fuming. Ah, damn. Caicedo's got it hard now, doesn't he? Damn it. Caicedo's a flop now, isn't he? Of course he is. Oh, because Chelsea bought him, he's a flop. Exactly. 82nd minute. Cleared. Yep, he did. I remember. There's these Cale McCarr, Nathan McKinnon graphic tees I've been on, and I can finally buy myself a Messi graphic tee. Nice. Thoughts of Colorado football upsetting TCU. They deserve top 25 rankings. They deserve a top 25 rank in Colorado. Yes. I don't think they're ranked. I'll have to check again. But Colorado deserves a top 25 ranking. Carrasquilla is coming off for Panama. TCU got owned by Colorado. Colorado was just dragging them. It was a shootout, but to be honest, Colorado was dragging them. Travis Hunter is him. Travis Hunter is him. The man can play anywhere. Like, it's crazy. Travis Hunter is going to be the Heisman. Just give it to him already. I don't care if Colorado only wins 9 games. Colorado, I believe, is ranked where TCU was. I don't care how many games Colorado wins. If it's 9 games, Travis Hunter is going to win the freaking Heisman. Mm-hmm. They are ranked 22. Yes, they have been ranked 22. There we go. I'm more worried about the JP poll than the freaking AP poll, but that's just me. The JP poll or the AP poll's bullshit. The JP poll is correct. Josh Pate. I agree. But I knew that when he was playing at Jackson State. I just didn't realize it would translate this well. Jackson State, like I knew Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter would be good for Colorado. I didn't think it would translate this well. I was like, yeah, they were amazing at Jackson State. They were amazing. I didn't think it would translate this well. It did. It does show good for Jackson State, though, even though they lost on the weekend. See the Telemundo and TUDNA streaming service VIX got the rights to the Argentina game here in the U.S. How could both have it at the same time? Yes, it was allowed. Maybe because one is streaming. Oh. I get it now. VIX is for streaming. Telemundo's for linear. So I would have to watch that. So if I wanted to watch the Argentina game, I'd have to watch it on DirecTV. Got it. Damn it. Louisville got another touchdown, 35-0. Good for them. 85th minute, 2-0, 2-0. Yeah, Panama's pretty much just absolutely stamped this out, pretty much. So there you go. Pretty much. Playing forward. Chance cleared. Panama. Luckily didn't allow a goal there. Guatemala or El Salvador win by more than 2, they will top the group. I did skip over that. My bad. If I was the NFL commissioner and he tried that on me, I'd have Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft hold down both his arms and pull out a skill saw. Okay. I don't know if Jerry Jones might be down with that. Robert Kraft, that doesn't seem like such a happy ending to me. I don't know if he would be down with that. Sid Gamo from Old Tennis. Yeah. There we go. Coach Prime was never kidding when he said he was going to get real talents to Jackson State. Now he's brought all that over to Colorado. Hunter was a 5-star. True. I don't watch college football, but do you think going to the Pinstripe Bowl would be a great introduction to the sport of college football? It would be a great introduction, except for the fact there's no SEC team there. At this point, you're going to get Clemson, and you're going to like it. But you know what? If you want to see Dabo Swinney get pantsed live and in living color, yeah, sure. You know, that does sound pretty fun, though. I'm not going to lie. I may actually have to watch it if that happens. I want to see Dabo Swinney get pantsed. Jackass. Remember that time Ohio State whipped up on Clemson in that national title semifinal in 2020? Yeah. Something like that again. That was pretty fun. Or got dragged by their nuts up and down the field by Duke. That was pretty hilarious. Well, I wouldn't say. But that was hilarious, too. 88th minute. Messi. Maybe replace Bob Kraft with Arthur Blank. Yeah, Arthur Blank knows his way around a saw. Yeah, there we go. That's better. He knows his way around a saw because he owns the Home Depot. There we go. There we go. That's better. Clemson are frauds, and Dabo Sweeney is one of the frauds. Yes. Turns out DJ Uyunglele wasn't the problem. Turns out he wasn't the problem. 89th minute. Clemson's overrated. Dabo ain't won shit since Trevor's freshman year. True. But at least they made the final, the Burrow year. Argentina versus Ecuador. Nice. Yeah, problem is he won't use NIL. He's like, this program's built in God's name, image, and likeness. And you know what that means. God said, pay them kids. God said, pay them kids. God said, pay them kids. And there's a reason why Bama's falling off, too. But at least Saban is a genius. Dabo thinks he is what Saban is. Saban's a genius. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to compensate. That's why Alabama will at least have 7 or 8 wins, even if they suck. He knows how to compensate. Against the big boys, they're going to lose. But he knows how to keep a ship at least, hey, they may make a pretty respectable bowl. 90th minute. Dayball, on the other hand, he thinks he's Saban. He's not. Goal kick. That is 3 minutes. 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Boom. Player down. 2-0. I wouldn't even say Saban light. That's disrespectful. And I don't even like Saban, but I hate Dabo Sweeney. '91st minute, 2 to go. Oh, Tomas Romero's starting for El Salvador. Nice. Love it. Love it. 92nd minute. Exactly. A minute to go here. Panama playing forward here. Oh, that's out for throw in for Panama with a minute to go. Panama looks like they're going to win. Trinidad and Tobago has been pipped by Panama. Panama has a +2 goal differential. Trinidad has 1. Panama has 3 points. Right now, Trinidad is sitting in second. I don't think they'll hold on, but there's a goal! 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 Goal de Panama! 3-0. Panama finishes it off. Rolls in. There it is. 3-0, 3-0. Seconds to go. That's that. Cool hat. Off the hand and it rolls in. Boom. Boom. Just bounces, bounces, bounces. Waterman, 90 plus 3. And that's that. Full time. Full time. 3-0, 3-0, Panama. They win over Martinique to open the group. And for now, it looks like they'll stay first. Oh, we all agree. Yeah, I agree. Depending on what happens with Guatemala and El Salvador, could be different. Crazy. That's crazy. But didn't they say he was like had a knock anyway and he plays for Morocco and it turns into a full-on injury? I'm honestly not surprised. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share us friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for Guatemala versus El Salvador live. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.